What's up, everybody? This is Off the Field with Isaiah Robinson, where we teach championship mindset to athletes and entrepreneurs, because winning isn't just a goal, it's a lifestyle. So we got a special one for you guys today. Jamar Curtis, sophomore running back at Lafayette. You're coming off a huge season, bro. All-American season, 1,600 yards rushing, 17 touchdowns, and a finalist for the Walter Payton Award. So how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm glad to be on the show. Appreciate you for having me.
Cool.
Feeling good.
Talk to me about your journey and how did you even get to Lafayette?
Well, the recruiting process was a long process for me. Going into like the second signing day period, they got a new coaching staff coming in because they was like a losing program, so like the whole staff got fired. So they got a new coaching staff coming in, so they was looking for guys. So next thing I know, I'm just getting a text from Coach TJ over at Lafayette, asking me like to come down for official visit and asking me to come be a part of the program. So I went down there. The visit was okay. Honestly, if I'm honestly speaking, that's probably wasn't where I wanted to go, but I truly believe everything happens for a reason. So when it came down to it, I ended up committing. My running back coach is from Maryland, so that was a great connection that I had, and I knew I was going to be with him, and he was going to lead me towards where I wanted to go. So I feel like it was a good decision for me.
And it's funny you said you went down for a visit. I actually went down for a visit at Lafayette too, because I thought I was going to go there coming out of high school. But it turns out my grades wasn't good enough to get into school. I had something bad. It wasn't qualified to get into school though, it's an academic school. Ended off high school with an honor roll, so I was ended up being able to receive the scholarship, but at that time they already picked their guy and everything like that. But you talking about, you just said Lafayette, like it came the second day to the signing day. Did you have any other offers besides them?
Yeah, at first I had 3 FBS offers. I had Marshall, Temple, and Buffalo. Temple and Buffalo, their whole coaching staffs got fired, or Buffalo's coaching staff moved on to Kansas. Temple coaching staff got fired, so like those 2 offers kind of like out the window. And Marshall, the coach who offered me, he ended up going somewhere else. So it's like, it was tough for me. I also had Navy too, but I just knew that wasn't something I really wanted to do. So
how were you battling that through mentally? You was like, man, at least I got 3 offers in the bag just for all to be gone.
Yeah, I mean, it was just trusting God for real. Like I knew my worth. I knew I had the film to back it up, so I knew somebody had to take me. So it was just only a matter of time, and I just stayed patient throughout the process, and eventually it paid off.
So I know a lot of times, even throughout the high school process, you was overlooked because they say your size, right? So how did that affect you mentally, and how did you use that as fuel to motivate you?
I feel like it really didn't affect me mentally. Like, I don't really view it as something bad, you know what I'm saying? I've been this height for like a majority of my life, so it's like nothing new to me. But it definitely fuels me for sure, because like just sleeping on me because of something I can't control is like, I feel like you judging me miscorrectly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should judge me on something I can control, and that's my play. And if you turn on my film, you know what I'm saying, it speaks for itself.
So what lessons have you learned from your All-American season and being a finalist for the Walter Payton Award? Mind you only a sophomore, so that sounds crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I learned like hard work truly does pay off, and like everything happens for a reason. Like I said, like I wasn't really feeling Lafayette, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was like one of the only options I had. So just to become an All-American and have everything that I wanted come to fruition, like it just shows like everything happens for a reason. And I also like learned like together everybody achieves more, you know what I'm saying? Like we had a great season. A lot of people got a lot of accolades, getting sent to the NFL, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a team, we had a great season, so I feel like individually, it happened like we got individual success.
So let's talk about the coaching changes and how that affects the process of high school, because people are always talking about the portals and the players changing schools, but they don't talk about how that affects seniors coming out. Now they don't have enough offers to offer one kid, and then they just mess up the whole recruiting process.
Oh, yeah, definitely. With the portal, it definitely messes up high school kids, because like college coaches would rather get players that experience instead of like trying to develop players nowadays. Like college coaches want to win now, because at the end of the day, it's their job. You know what I'm saying? It's a business at the end of the day, so they want to win now instead of like waiting to win. So they'll rather have like a transfer or like somebody from JUCO rather than a high school recruit. So that definitely takes a toll on high school recruiting for sure.
So you think that's a positive outlook on it or a negative outlook coming from a coach's side?
A coaching side, I would say it's positive from a coach's side because, like I said, it's your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to win. If you're not winning, if you're losing, you're going to lose your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's definitely positive for them to be able to get experienced guys, you know what I'm saying, to come into their program and help uplift their program. But I do think it's negative for the recruits. So
going back to coaches changing schools and your commitment to the coach, how does that like even play a part? Because you know you can be committed to a school like you said, and that coach end up leaving, but then a whole circle around, you could probably end up transferring, right? And that coach be your running backs coach again. So how does that even? You probably never really thought of it like that, right?
Fact, I never thought.
So like,
like that.
how does that even play a role in how you go about things? Do you commit to the school or do you commit to the coach?
Relationships are definitely big. Committing to the school, I feel like relationships are important, especially with your position coach, because that's the person you're going to be spending the most time with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's important to have a relationship with your coach, somebody who understands you, who's going to feel what you're saying, and things like that, more so than the school. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the relationships are definitely more important than the school itself.
So going back to high school, you played with some talented teammates like Rakim Jarrett, Antoine Littleton, Kobe McDaniels, and you actually contribute to your team as a sophomore. So how was that like for you? Did it teach you anything, just being able to play at a young age on a high school team?
For sure. It was kind of tough, you know what I'm saying? Knowing like how good I was and like how explosive I was, like I knew I could always make a play. So like, but I was behind two talented guys and Kobe and Antoine. So just like every time I got my chance, like I knew I had to do something with it. That's really what it taught me. Like, when you get your chance, you better not blow it. You know what I'm saying? It was countless times. Like, my first play in the game, I took it to the house, 80. Like, they used to call me one and done. Like, my coach, Coach Ball, he called me one and done. Because every time I used to get in, like, I used to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you really got to do. You got to make the most of your opportunities. You can't really complain about it. When an opportunity, like, falls in your hands, what you going to do with it?
So you went to St. John's, top 5 high schools in Maryland, right? So all of that, you had to come in starting early. They call you one play, and you feel like, okay, my talent level is up to par with them, but I'm still not receiving the same offers or even the same notoriety as them. How was that for you?
I understood I was young. I was only a sophomore. I feel like after my sophomore year, that's when I first got Marshall, Temple, and Buffalo. So I feel like I had a good year, good offers. I wasn't expecting nothing crazy like Bama or anything like that. So I feel like after my sophomore year, it was a good year. I feel like in the recruiting process, like your junior year is like one of your most important years, like playing football. I feel like after your junior year, like that's when you really get the most like offers, committable anyways. And my junior year, we just didn't have it. That's when COVID happened. And we had to play a spring season, so I feel like that definitely played a factor.
So your junior year, the most important year, that's when COVID hit. Dang, so that knocked you out a little bit. You're just like, oh man, then the whole recruiting process even changed at that point.
Yeah.
Because you got people reclassifying, you got people transferring. It's a whole bunch of things that's going on.
Getting that extra year, eligibility, all that. It was crazy.
So what was the biggest challenge you seen from high school to college?
The biggest challenge, I would say, it was just like how long the games is. Like, I remember my first game as a freshman, I'm like, damn, like this game is long. Like, you got to really be in college shape, like to play a college game. So that would definitely be the difference. Like, just like the game itself, like, is way longer than high school. So it's like you really got to be in shape. Like, your body got to be in shape to take the hits, like, and to be able to play full quarter. So. And
you got TV timeouts that feel like they forever.
Forever.
Forever. So now we get to the trivia part of the interview. You ready for this? Running back trivia for you.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Who was the first running back to gain more than 10,000 yards rushing and 5,000 yards receiving? You got O.J. Simpson, Marcus Allen, or Eric Dickerson?
I got to go Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen's mine, yeah.
I got to go Marcus Allen.
Which NFL player holds the record for the most NFL rushing yards? Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, or Walter Payton?
I think that's Barry, right? It gotta be Emmett then.
It's Emmett.
It's Emmett. All right.
Which running back holds the single season record rushing yards?
I gotta go Barry with that one.
You going Barry?
Yeah.
You want the options?
Yeah, I want the odds for sure.
All right, you got Barry Sanders, Eric Dickerson, or Curtis Martin?
Oh, Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson. How many touchdowns did Walter Payton have, though, his whole career? You got 110, 210, or 310?
I'm going to guess 110.
110?
Yeah.
Yeah, 110.
I was about to say, because everything else sound crazy.
All right. Who is the star running back who was named the Bus? You got Jerome Bettis, Frank Gore, or Franco Harrison?
Definitely Jerome Bettis. I know that one.
Big Bus.
Because they used to always call Twan that.
For real?
Yeah, I know that one. I know that one for sure.
What was the defining moment in your career that shaped your mindset and approach to success and just to the game?
Definitely my freshman year at St. John's. I remember like it was yesterday. We was playing a team from New Jersey. We blew them out. And don't get me wrong, we was very talented, but like, you know how you had those freshmen that played varsity and JV, you know what I'm saying, coming in? Every freshman played that game besides me. So it was like, after that game, I was just so mad. Like, I told my mom, like, I wanted to transfer. Like, it was a lot of thoughts going in my head, but one thing I knew for sure was, like, I never wanted to feel that feeling again. So it was like, I'm going to just put in the work for sure.
So what do you think changed without your work ethic from that freshman to sophomore year?
For sure, my work ethic definitely changed. I feel like in middle school, I ain't work out at all. Like, I played basketball, football, but like I ain't really work out. Like, everybody always told me, like, if you work out, like, you could really be, like, you could take your game to another level. But like, it really, like, I was young, so it really went in through one ear, throughout the other, for real. So like, just being in that position, like, I knew I really had to work for it. So like, that summer, going into my sophomore year, like, we would have summer workouts, but then after summer workouts, I'm working out again. Like, I worked out probably 2 times every day in the summer, so that definitely changed my whole work ethic for sure.
So what's a specific leadership skill that you developed through your experience as an athlete?
I would say learn how to talk to people, honestly. Like you don't always have to yell to lead, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when I was younger, like, I used to yell at my teammates and, like, try to tell them to do this and do that, and, like, they didn't react, you know what I'm saying? They didn't react good. So, like, just now understanding, like, that you can talk to somebody and get the same outcome that, you know what I'm saying, that you think you're going to get from yelling at somebody, because yelling at somebody, like, everybody reacts differently, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't yell all the time. Like, just trying to talk to people in order to be a leader, I feel like I definitely gained that.
For sure, because a lot of times some people just get to the rah-rah speech and then it goes in one ear out the other because the tone and level they be using.
You know what I'm saying? Then it started an argument.
So what separates you from all the other running backs in the nation?
Definitely my versatility. Like, I can return punts, I can return kicks, I can run inside, I can run outside, and a lot of people don't know this, but I can really play slot, like, at a high level. Like, I can really run routes. So I would definitely say my versatility for sure.
So how do you plan to leverage your success in sports to the NIL deals that's going on right now? Like, do Lafayette even get NIL deals? Like, I know it's a little different at different levels. So talk to me about that.
Unfortunately, we don't get NIL deals. Like, it's kind of rough, but, like, it's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're at SES school, and, like, we used to be, like, a losing program, so it's like we don't have the money for, like, NIL, you know what I'm saying? They don't really, like, we're not really a football school, so we don't really get NIL. But if I was to get NIL, like, I'll definitely try to get back, like, where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Like John Hanson Middle School for sure. Just things like that, Waldorf, Maryland, that's where I'm from. I'll definitely try to get back to where I'm from.
Do y'all even get stipends, though?
We got, like, a little refund. We don't really get stipends, but we get, like, a little refund check. I think everybody gets that, though.
So y'all hear it here?
Fast food.
Yeah, y'all hear it now, NCAA. Y'all got to start doing NIL deals for the SES schools, because they play just as hard as the FBS schools, and they still bring y'all in money. So don't act like they don't bring in no money, you feel me?
No doubt, man.
So it's going back to St. John's, right? That's the same school Kevin Plank went to, the owner of Under Armour. Did they prepare you to give you any training on how to network or how to build your personal brand or anything like that? Kevin
Plank definitely gave back to us a lot. You know what I'm saying? We had probably like the most gear in the DMV, honestly. We loaded with Under Armour gear, so shout out to him. And just being in school like St. John's, it definitely teaches you like about connections and relationship. Like you go to school with a lot of people that are going to be successful in life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just knowing those type of people, you'll definitely be good and set for life for sure.
So And back to NIL deals, like being at Lafayette or just any other places that you've seen, do they teach you how to get NIL deals, like how to talk to businesses and just how to promote yourself even to get an NIL deal?
I wouldn't say they really teach you how to get an NIL deal, but they teach you like the life side of it. Like going to Lafayette, like if you graduate from Lafayette, you're going to be set for life. Like you're going to have a good job because it's a great school, you know what I'm saying? You're making a lot of connections. And I feel like it definitely teaches that, and the coaching staff helps with that too, you know what I'm saying? Like just making connections with people that was in our shoes that went to Lafayette and then now own businesses, banks, and different type of jobs, and they're successful in life.
So do you think schools should even have a responsibility of teaching the player how to get an NIL deal, or just try to get them through college? What you think about that as a college athlete?
As a college athlete, I would say they definitely should try to get them through school, but I feel like it should be like a course or something, like an NIL course, or just like maybe just getting all the student athletes around and just like talking about NIL and like getting more knowledge towards NIL. Because being a school like Lafayette, I feel like a lot of people don't even know much about NIL and like how to negotiate that and things like that. So I feel like it at least should be more information being said, but not necessarily like helping like, but I feel like the main goal should be like getting us through school, because if you, like I said, if you graduate Lafayette, you'll definitely be set for life for sure.
Because that's actually one of the biggest things I do with Off the Field Financial Services. I help players create their own NIL opportunities in the insurance industry. And it's funny because, like, if you think about it, right, the financial service industry has been around us all around from sports. You got Lincoln Financial Field, you got MetLife Stadium, you got State Farm Stadium, you got Capital One Arena down the Wizards, and you got the M&T Bank Stadium back in Baltimore. So those are all financial services companies, and they've been funding the NFL and the NBA for many years, but they never told us about this side to the athletes, you feel me? So that's really what I have in my other business, the Off the Field Financial Services part, is where we educate people on financial literacy, and then we also teach athletes how to create an income with just using their name, image, and likeness to teach financial literacy or just get the word out about it, because a lot of times it's not really in our communities, and that's been designed for a reason.
For sure. I definitely think that's important right there. That's big time for sure.
So what advice would you give to young athletes looking to develop a championship mindset?
Advice I would give to them is like I would say work for real, like put your head down and work. Like you can't just talk about something, like you really gotta be about it. Like if you talking about something, like you gotta lead from the front, you know what I'm saying? Like and workouts, like I try to really push myself and show everybody like what I'm about, like how I work. And I feel like that's how you gain respect to others, and that's how you bring others along with you, just leading by example. That's all I would say, is if you want a team to come with you, I would say lead by example.
So he's saying lead by example, right? I know how hard you train when you come back home and when you back home working, right? You there every day. Is it the same like that of Lafayette? Do the players have that same mentality that you have, or you have to teach them and then instill it to them?
Nah, I feel like a lot of players, they want it for themselves, especially now that they see that we're a winning program, you know what I'm saying? Like coming in, we was a losing program, so it's easy to just be like, I'm going to do something else for the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, get off task. But now that we're a winning program, I feel like everybody takes their grind very serious. Like when you see somebody else working, like it makes you want to work, like, because we all together as one team. So, you know, at the end of the day, like I have to trust my teammate in order for us to be successful. So I feel like once people see one person working, everybody wants to work. So I definitely feel like we got a lot of hardworking people at our school for sure.
So your freshman year, was that the losing year? Did they lose? So what was y'all record your freshman year?
I think it was like 4-7, 3-7, 3-8, something crazy.
And what about this year?
Where we go? We went 9-3. 9-3. One game we lost, I ain't played, but yeah.
So that's a quick turnaround time for 1 year. So what's the difference that you've seen between that year within the team and the coaching staff?
Like you said, work. Like how we work. Like I feel like my freshman year, like the list was like you just come in, everybody like we be in there for probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Just for a lift?
Yeah, like in and out. Like the coach, like you can come in there anytime. Like it wasn't like a set time. Like you just come in there anytime, get a lift, go out. Like it wasn't really as intense as it is now. I feel like we got a new strength and conditioning coach, Coach Dav. He's done a great job pushing us and getting us to where we need to be. And I feel like that's definitely been the difference. Like just working. Now we got a lot of players staying after, getting extra. And that's just those are the little things you need in order to be successful.
Real quick, you got to talk about one of your most famous games versus Holy Cross. What was going through your mind, and just talk about your stats of that game, and just talk about that game, like what you was going through your mind, and just what made that game so good.
I don't remember my exact stats. I had probably like 230, 2 TDs, but just before the game, like, they had 2 All-Americans, one on offense, one on defense. I kept hearing all this about this linebacker. He was so good, you know what I'm saying? And all this and that. Me personally, like, I take it as a challenge. Like, I like to compete. I like to go against the best. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to test him. I really want to see what he about. And you know what I'm saying? And I remember one moment, like, we was coming out there from warm-ups. Somebody wasn't even playing in the game. Like, he was talking crazy to us, like, crazy. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I like when people talk. Like, when somebody talk, like, that really turned me up. Like, that's really, like, people's worst mistake, like, talking to me. Like, I'm like, all right, bet, cool. So, like, I remember, like, and then ever since then, like, I was just dominating, like, from start to finish. Like, then at the end, like, we just kept running the ball. Like, they knew we was going to run the ball, and we still ran the ball. So it was like, it was just that mindset. It was like, nobody going to stop me.
So now you get into the hot seat question of the interview. Have you ever ate something you wasn't supposed to eat before a workout, like hibachi?
Oh, yes. It's happened recently, like, literally recently. Like, I literally ate hibachi. I literally ate hibachi. And then I went to Riverdale, and we was running sleds, and we ran 420s, 440s, and 460s with weight, bro. I was saying black. Like, my coach was out there and all that. I'm pouring the water on my head. Like, what, you out of shape? I'm like, nah, I'm just like, I shouldn't have ate that. Like, like, it was the worst feeling ever. Like, I couldn't even, like, get myself, like, right to lift after that. Like, I really had to shake back. Like, that was crazy. I'll never do it again. Like,
that put you out commission for the day.
I'd never do that again. That was probably my worst mistake.
Oh, man. Last time you stayed up all night to party?
Probably sometime when I was at school, like, after the season, like, or something. Like, lately, I ain't been partying. Like, I really been focused. Like, ever since, like, I had a big season, like, and, like, the league's around the corner. Like, my dreams is here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't miss my shot. I really been focused. Like, I ain't been going out too much at home. Like, I just been working out, coming home, spending time with my peoples, and that's it. Like, I'm really focused right now.
Love it. Anything you got to say to your fans and supporters out there?
Just stay down. I promise. Like, anybody who's ever been genuine to me, I got you. Like, I promise I got you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for coming on the show today, bro.
For sure, bro. Appreciate you for having me.
All right, you know.